When my wife, Stephanie, and I first got married, we started getting some furniture for our house. The furniture came from, any guesses? That's right, IKEA. Now, when you get furniture from IKEA, if you've never done it before, your furniture will come in boxes that look nothing like your furniture is supposed to. It's because none of it is put together. You're putting everything together. And sometimes even the parts that you think should come already assembled, they're not assembled. You've got to put them together. It can be kind of frustrating, but one of the things that I learned is the more IKEA you build, the more intuitive it becomes. It's the same tools, it's the same hardware, and sometimes it's even the same rhythms of how they get put together. The more you do, the more you build, the easier it gets. The problem is it sometimes becomes so easy, or at least it seems easy, that you decide that the instruction manual they give you is more of a quick guide for how to get started than it is instruction for how to do each step of the project. You start to think that you've got it figured out, and so all you've got to do is just go in and start building, only to discover as you get to the end of the project, something that's supposed to take you half an hour ends up taking 2 hours because you've got to completely disassemble it because you missed step number 6 on page number 2. Well, it can be frustrating, but life can be like that too. We start thinking that we've got it all figured out. I've done this a million times before. I can do it again. I have given a sermon, I might say, hundreds of times. What's so different about this one? Or maybe you're thinking about, well, I've raised children before. This one should be much easier. I've got it all figured out. Or this project comes up at work. It's just another day in the office. I've got it figured out. Or a problem comes up at home. We've handled problems before. I've got this figured out, no problem. Sometimes we decide to go it alone. And here in this Psalm 127, we discover the danger of going it alone. Let's take a look. Unless it is the Lord who builds the house, the builder's work is pointless. Unless it is the Lord who protects the city, the guard on duty is pointless. It's a couple interesting examples of really this idea of going it alone. The first one talks about trying to build a house without God as the builder. You see the problem, right? We've gone it alone. We've decided that we've built houses before. We've seen blueprints before. I've swung a hammer before. I can do this without anyone's help. But without the master builder, without the architect, without the foreman, it's not going to go the way it needs to go. It might get done, but well, likely not. Or what if we were to say that we're going to protect our city, we're going to protect our town, we're going to protect our church, our school, our home. We're going to protect that which we find comfort in. But we don't let God be part of that? We might protect it, but well, likely not. You see, sometimes we start to think that we've done this Christianity stuff so many times, this church stuff so many times, that we don't need God anymore. God has got us to this place, and now we are ready to go it alone. The problem is, the only reason we've gotten to this point is because we've let God in on the process. Don't let God out of the process now. Don't kick God out of the building site. Don't kick God out of the watchtower. Let God remain part of what it is you're doing as a church, as a community, as individuals. Allow God to be a part of it. Amen.